Hey folks, welcome to the show. It's my life. It's a show. And today I have a very special vlog for you. I'm going to take you along for a little Halloween trip where I am out in the community spreading peace, love, joy, happiness, laughter. And 'tis the season, so, if you can't get away with wearing costumes and having a sense of humor about yourself in the Halloween season, which it is the week before Halloween, when can you? I'm not going to miss this opportunity. And I also would like to say that I realize what I'm doing is actually a spiritual practice because I'm part of a multi-faith prayer group, and we talk about a lot of stuff. And last week we talked about giving something up for your spiritual development, and I feel like giving up the comfort of not having the mask on is what I'm giving up in order to try and elicit a smile or something, just something to kind of jolt people out of their reality and just remind them, it's Halloween. You can be anybody you want to be. Go listen to some Cat Stevens. If you want to be me, be me. If you want to be you, be you. There's a million things to do. Basically, you can be anything you want, and 'tis the season to kind of play around with that. So if you have been contemplating any type of change in your life, 'tis the season. Play around with your vibe, your image, what you're putting out there, what you want people to get from there. From their associations with you. That was challenging. And a learning experience. So is it kind of hot and sweaty underneath this face mask? Yeah, it is. In fact, I don't think I'm going to drive with the net on, although it is very Jackie-O, but I'll have to remember to put it down. I've got a number of errands today. Bright sunshiny day. Feeling good, looking good, and doing good in the community. It's all free. I'm feeling high vibe. I'm feeling high energy. I really want to transmit that vibe to other people. And today, this just made sense again. Maybe there was a little bit of resistance this morning when I thought, no, just go in your normal street clothes and blend in. But it's but you do that most of the time. Yes, I've branched out and I've gone out in drag quite a bit this year. A lot of it I haven't uploaded. It's just too much. I've gone out with a lot of costumes and wigs, and basically just to have fun, make people think or laugh, and maybe just find other playmates in spirit to talk to and have fun with. Some might call it playing the fool, but honestly, when you start looking at your life as kind of a play with other people where you're co-creating it, you kind of have to come to the play with a character. And you can be the character that everybody's expecting, or you can be a character that maybe no one's expecting. Although I think the more I wear this wig and hat, the more it sort of becomes like a certain persona. But I don't have names for these characters. I just feel that they're aspects of me. And mainly I just want to remind people that they can have fun too. So I'm going to end it there, and I'm off to have a safe drive. to my next destination, and then I will be making some more videos to share my day and how I'm feeling and how other people are reacting to my vibe. Hey fans, so I'm about to go into a store. Today is a supply run day, so basically a store where, you know, you're in a store, most people don't really look at each other except when they think no one knows that they're looking at them. And so and in case you're wondering, I am dressed normal from the neck down. So the only way that you would like take a second glance at me is because I have this tag hair, which you may not immediately figure out is a wig. I'm going Jackie O, just cause. And of course the face mask, but it does sort of blend in with my natural coloring, and I'm really hoping they're not going to say anything about the fact that I really don't have another mask. I really don't. And if I did, I would have to probably wear one of these. And that gets really tough to breathe. So I'll bring one in. It's the only kind that I have. Oh, that reminds me, I need to bring in my own shopping bag, because that's always a good thing to remember to do, and I usually forget. So I'm here, and I'm doing shopping, and I'm really wanting to get into today's mantra, which is there is love in this moment. And so when I've been remembering that mantra as I go throughout my day, or there's any kind of distraction that might be more of a negative nature, I find that that's really working for me, is just reminding myself that you can always choose love. So today is basically, I mean, my consciousness in the store is going to be really split between just the task of, like, you know, getting the stuff on my list and making choices about what goes in the cart, which is focus and work. But then peripherally, I'm also going to be dressed like this, at least getting some second glances, and hopefully people will remember that they can have fun with their image. They can be more fun, have more fun, act more fun, talk more fun, laugh, smile. You know, if I had some music, I would lead a dance party instigation. I would love to do that, like, inside a store, like for like, it would be so much fun if people would just sort of like you'd hear the voice over the intercom say something like, it doesn't matter who leads it, but basically that, you know, we're going to have like a 3-minute dance break for anybody that wants to participate. If you don't, just carry on with your shopping. But if you want to, join in, and then maybe some, you know, danceable music that, you know, probably would appeal to the majority of people, and they could dance to, you know, it doesn't have to be anything really jazzy, but just a little something. So even if you're in a wheelchair, you're one of the old folks, you can join in. And, you know, I think if every store in the nation, or even just one town or something, like, took that up as a challenge, they would have so much more fun. I think employees would smile more. I think customers would smile more. People would smile more. People would start doing it in their workplaces, maybe even their homes. Like, just let's take a break for just like 3 minutes, maybe right after dinner at home. or right before lunch or something, or right before we go home at the end of the day, something to look forward to. Or you're in the store and it's just not expected. I have ideas like this all the time for like how, you know, people can do stuff to raise the vibe. And I'm sure you do too. But I think that the more that people think of these things, the better. Because if you don't have the idea, like the idea precedes the action. Right? So this is me wishing that we were living in a world like that, because it really would be New Earth. And so that's what I'm here to promote, is sort of New Earth values. And I think having fun, playing with your image, having a better sense of humor, not being so rigid. Like if you're somebody that is, you know, doesn't like costumes or doesn't like to play with your image, you think you're just kind of like one thing, you know, you might be feeling kind of boxed in, you know, but if you can experiment, you can kind of get outside your belief system, expand your consciousness, expand your perception a little bit, you know, have fun, play around with it, embody it, be somebody that you've always wanted to be. That's half the fun. So I am going to have to actually walk on by the Halloween aisle so I don't buy any more costumes. It's a temptation every year, but honestly, I have enough. I have stuff I have not worn. I've thrown things out this year. I'm not bringing new stuff into the house. And I'm going to resist that temptation. I'm just going to be shopping from the list today. In case you were doubting that I would do this, I am in fact in the store pushing a shopping cart. I'm not going to advertise the store, but I'm basically ready to get in the checkout now. And nobody's really smiling or reacting. It's a pretty sober bunch, but that's okay. It's really fun to make people think, even if it's hard for them to laugh. You know, it's about them. So we're all part of one being. That includes you. Well, folks, I'm still doing spiritual service. And it's Monday, October 25th. And I would say that my hometown of Anchorage, Alaska is it's a little serious, a little sober today. So it is a Monday. I haven't seen too many people smiling. I have seen a few acts of kindness and people just being nice to each other, but I've also seen sighing and frustration. Like I had to wait in a long line for, I don't know, maybe a half an hour or so to pick up something, and because I couldn't find it. And you know, I'm proud of myself that I stayed centered and I stayed calm, because that can be frustrating. And there were people behind me that were frustrated because they had to wait, even though there were 3 people at the registers. So could there have been greater efficiency in the store? Probably. But you know, these things do happen. And the most important thing is choosing love in each moment. So there's absolutely nothing to be gained by being frustrated. There never was. But I think I've just realized that more and more. Just, you know, when invitations to be frustrated come up, that mantra that I mentioned earlier, there is love in this moment. It really is. It really, really is a good one. Because it's something that we all need to remember. And I know I want to feel that love more, and I also want to receive that love more. And I think we talk about it, and then, you know, it's just applying it. And, you know, people need to connect. So I'm on the lookout. I'm on the lookout for anybody with pulse, a smile on their face, a sense of humor, anybody that looks like they're having a good day today. You know, that raises my vibe. And hopefully people look at me and they can tell. Anybody that would give up their comfort to like wear this plastic mask all day. Well, not all, but like I've been wearing it now for probably about an hour and a half. And it is a little uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. But see, it's so worth it to you know, to do something different and to do some spiritual service and just remind people you don't have to be so serious.